one of us has. Today, we'll be going to the press meet, the big Oscar win, The Elephant Whisperers. We have got our media passes. Now let's go inside and wait for the conference to start.
What else would you call the Hollywood actor Pedro Pascal getting on stage at the 95th Academy Awards and saying to all of us, the world at large, the Oscar for the best documentary short goes to The Elephant Whisperers, India.
ওটার মানে দেয়া
A statement that sparked jubilation around the planet. A statement that sparked jubilation for all of us Indians because this is such an integral part of Indian culture and the world needed to know about it. वो कहते हैं ना कि हिंदुस्तान में हाथी को भगवान का रूप माना जाता है और शायद इसीलिए एलिफेंट विस्परर्स को इज्जत, शोहरत, प्यार, स्नेह जो कुछ भी कह लीजिए इतना कुछ मिला. This afternoon is a celebration of the entire team of the Elephant Whisperers who's here with us. Karthiki, let's do a rewind. Your first ever meeting. I mean, I am absolutely stunned. I just had a 5-minute interaction with Bowman and Belly. Just wanted to, get to know them. And they're so beautiful and pure. Your first meeting with Bowman and Belly. Tell us about how that went.
Well, to begin with, I actually grew up in the Nilgiri Mountains, and I was driving on my way back from Ooty to Bangalore to pack my things and come back home. And that's when I saw baby Raghu, and he was just 3 months old at the time, and he had his trunk wrapped around Bowman's arm, and they were walking off to the side of the road. I was hanging out of the car, which I shouldn't have been doing, but then I just pulled the car over to the side, and I jumped out and I went and joined them. We went down to the river for a bath. And that's when Raghu ran in full speed into the river. I've never seen a baby elephant run so fast. He ran in and he pretty much looked like a baby helicopter. His trunk was being thrown around all directions, and that's when I really started to notice that you had this tiny little elephant calf that was so extremely vulnerable. And that made me question why this calf was with a human being, because you had these two species here and you had this beautiful, unique bond that they share. And I think that sort of led me forward to think about, I think about why this little young calf was with a human being, and that's when I realized that the Asian elephants were endangered, and that there were only about 35,000 to 40,000 of them left. And here we had baby Raghu, who was actually directly involved with how climate change was playing out, because his mother had wandered into a nearby herd. She and her herd had wandered into a nearby village in search of food and water, and that's how she got electrocuted and died. So I think the entire process of how that happened just wanted me to help protect elephants and to document this beautiful sacred bond that they shared. And it's soon after that that I actually come across Belly, because she was back and doing a lot of the housework at that point, so I didn't know she existed. It was something that I unraveled over time. And it really just started out with the beautiful connection that I shared with baby Raghu and Bowman at the time. And that's how this journey came into being. And I also wanted to just go ahead and also focus on indigenous people, because we had Bowman, and after just talking to him for so many hours, I realized that they had this beautiful connection with the space that they lived in. And that's something that I also wanted to bring out to the forefront. And that's how this entire journey began.
That's lovely. Just before they went off to the Oscars, I was lucky enough to do a Zoom session with Guneet as well as Karthiki. And I was stunned to know that there was 450 hours of footage. 450 hours of footage shot by them, and that had to be encapsulated into a 40-minute film. Now that is a superhuman effort, and I think that itself deserves an Oscar, which is wonderful. And all my friends from the media will agree when I say this, that it's wrong to be judgmental when people run after their masses, the larger stories, the low-hanging fruit, because that is a way of life that some producers have chosen for themselves. And it's wrong of us to judge them. But at the other end of the spectrum, you look at somebody like Guneet Monga, you look at Sikhya, and you see that it's not just about the low-hanging fruit and running after the masses, it's also about the underrated stories. And instinctively, Guneet, I always feel that you go after the underrated stories. Is that a conscious choice?
You know, I honestly feel very spiritual about my work. Sikhya means keep learning, keep growing. Seekh se Sikhya bana. And I genuinely feel stories choose us. Be it Lunchbox, be it Paglet, be it Period End of Sentence, be it Elephant Whisperers. I feel like stories choose us, and to show up with integrity and honesty every day is the job that we do. And everybody at Sikhya and the beautiful, and we are empowered by Netflix, you know, and we have a deep relationship, you know, and I think it's deeply intuitive and instinctive to fall in love with the story, and we work in long format. It takes years for a story to come to life, and to show up every day with all your honesty is all we can do. And awards, rewards may follow, may not follow. This is epic that happened in our journey as filmmakers, but really I think at Sikhya, as filmmakers, we are in service of the story and the filmmaker.
Lovely, lovely. That's a spiritual answer. It's wonderful. Here they are, Bowman and Belly. The pure souls behind the purity of the Elephant Whisperers. Thank you, Bowman. Thank you, Belly. Their heart is like an ocean. I just want to give you a little bit of a background, because India is such a vast country and there are things that perhaps you don't know. You see, Bowman and Belly are from the Kattu Nayagan community. Now, let me explain what Kattu Nayagan literally means. Nayak is a hero, and Kat in Tamil literally means forest. So they are the heroes of the forest. The community itself is called the heroes of the forest, the Kattu Nayagans. And they, for generations, have been protectors of the forest. நீங்க வந்து பெரிய ஹீரோயின் ஆயிட்டீங்க, நாயகன் ஆயிட்டீங்க. நீங்க இந்த ஆஸ்கர் பரிசு பெற்று என்ன ஃபீலிங், என்ன நீங்க வந்து எப்படி உங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி இதயத்துல என்ன ஃபீல் பண்றீங்க நீங்கன்னு சொல்லுங்க ப்ளீஸ்.
நமக்கு வந்து இந்த இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு சரியா இந்த மாதிரி அமையும் வந்து நாங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்கல. இந்த மாதிரி இந்த அமைஞ்சதுக்கு நமக்கு எல்லாத்துக்குமே நம்ம ரெண்டு யானைக்குட்டி, இந்த கார்த்திகை மேடம், இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு அவங்க இது பண்ணது தான். அதுக்கு அவங்களுக்கு தான் நான் மெயினாக நன்றி சொல்லணும். கார்த்திகை மேடமுக்கு ரெண்டு யானைக்குட்டி நாங்கள் வளர்த்தி பெருசு பண்ணி ஒரு டாக்குமெண்ட் எடுத்து இந்த மாதிரி வெளியே வந்ததுக்கு இந்த காட்டு நாயக்கனுக்கு சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது.
நல்ல சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. எனக்கு இது ஃபஸ்ட்டில் இந்த மாதிரி எனக்கு தெரியாது. எப்போ கார்த்திகை வந்து அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட் எடுத்து இப்போ இங்கெல்லாம் வரணும்னு சொல்லிட்டு இந்த ஊரெல்லாம் வந்து பார்த்து மக்கள் மேலே பார்க்கும்போது என் சொந்த மாதிரி தான் பார்க்குறேன். நான் வேற என்ன பார்க்கல. எனக்கு பயம் இல்லை. என்னை காட்டுக்குள்ளே போனதை பயப்படணும். இப்போ எல்லா பசங்க முன்னாடி அம்மான்னு சொல்லிட்டு நிற்கிறேன். நான் ரெண்டு யானைக்குட்டிக்கு அம்மா மாதிரி எல்லா பசங்க எனக்கு அம்மா அம்மான்னு சொல்லும்போது என் பசங்க பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு தான் நான் நிற்கிறேன். எனக்கு சந்தோஷம் தான்.
We want ma'am, who is the Talavi of Netflix, to give you a wonderful gift for your elephants. Come, one, please. Yeah, now we can do a photo opportunity, please.
What a goosebump event it was, and the surprising entry of Bowman and Belly with the Oscars in their hand, it just elevated the entire event. For more such events, stay tuned for Filmy.